in kindergarten, my teacher was plump and smelled like honey. And she gave me spelling tests during nap time because I already knew how to read. And I could have probably done the spelling in my sleep anyways, but she saw a seed where public education saw a class size limit and they didn't give her any extra water, but she gave me what she could anyways. She asked me my favorite number and I told her 5 because that's how old I am. And she smiled and put 5 smiley face stickers on my forehead and I wore them like holy water. I sat next to Peter Ducey in 3rd grade, and everybody thought that he was the smartest boy in class because he knew how to spell jeans, and not just the kind you wear on your legs. And we played this flashcard game where you race the person next to you, and the winner goes on and on around the room until they lose, and I would lose on purpose the first time so that I could write down every single answer, and the second time the cards came around, I was unstoppable. Times tables were boring, but even the teacher never found out about my trick, and I felt like a magician. My teacher asked me my favorite number, and I told her all of them, and she gave me take-home math problems, and I drew pictures of seals on the back after I finished them on the bus ride home. Nobody liked me in 4th grade because I moved schools and they were all friends before I got there. But there were so many books and so much time to read them, and I got to learn about algebra because this was the gifted and talented class. During the invention convention, I made a machine that helped pour milk for old people who had osteoporosis. Miss Ashworth asked me what was my favorite number, and I told her 0. And she said, "Ashley, 0 is not a number, it's a concept." And I said, "Numbers are a concept." I finished pre-calculus in 6th grade and took Algebra 1 all over again in 7th because public education makes no room for trees where it fails to recognize the seeds. And all my friends and I would pass notes and take naps because we could have been doing Algebra 1 in our sleep. My teacher asked me my favorite number, and I told her N. And she said, "Ashley, N is not a number, it's a variable." And I said, "If you do not know that I am standing behind a door, am I still an animal?" I think I really stopped trying when work was aimed at time consumption over value, and my grades said more about my teacher's ability to engage than my ability to comprehend, and numbers started to feel like sandpaper unless I was painting them on something more beautiful than an activity log. I found art. Lost myself between the lines. Music stole my heart, and I met a stage for the first time like we would never have to part. College was never a question for a kid like me, said my counselors. If you don't go to college, what a waste. I went, and I walked myself from place to place, sat in classrooms where I was a pinpoint star in the constellation of faces, listened to the information. I took tests until I realized that learning does not have to be unrest. Whoever told you that the best way to learn is a textbook forgot that you can take more from a sunburn than an equation if you're looking. All I want is to leave and never stop leaving. I want the earth to be my teacher. And when she asks me my favorite number, I will say infinity. And she will not tell me that infinity is not a number because sometimes there's more wisdom in silence. And I'll never stop leaving or spinning or learning. Because the dirt on a distant shore has more worth than machine-printed numbers on a page, and the only obligation you've never questioned, and I never needed college to be successful, like I never needed anyone to tell me I can find my own way, and I'm finding it. In my heart, I know I'm finding it.